Hey everyone, Spitefire H2O here for another episode of Spite Talk. That's going to be the official name for this podcast from now on. And once again, I'm joined with my buddy Paul.
Hey, how's it going, Spite?
It's going all right. How's it going with you?
I am doing fine myself. I made a decent amount of money today at my job. Feeling all right. Did not sleep for 16 hours last night. This is actually a good thing. I don't hibernate that much. So yeah, I'm doing just about fine. Yourself?
We sort of already covered that bit. We're not gonna have a continuous circle of us going like, "How are you? Oh, I'm fine.
How are you feeling though?
Oh, I'm just chugging along, doing my YouTube stuff, doing Twitch stuff, casually losing my voice now and again from doing too much streaming.
Yeah.
Also, on the subject of voice, hopefully the audio does sound a lot better. I got the actual 2 mic setup working correctly.
Yep. We're professional now.
Professional, yay.
It's all coming together.
Coming together slowly. So let's just jump right into it.
All right.
So this podcast is mostly going to be based, this episode of it, is going to be based around talking about our favorite video games and genres and everything.
Yep. Per genre, we're going to go back and forth, just get stuff out of the way, talk what makes them good to us or a standout of the genre, just get all that done, lay it all out.
Yeah, it won't be like a interview type thing like it was last time. That was We're still getting the hang of it, but it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
All right, so
we know what we're doing, I swear. I don't know what I'm
doing. All right. So first game genre we're going to talk about is FPS. Give me your best FPS game and why you love it.
FPS. For me, I can go no farther than Half-Life.
Good choice.
I can't honestly choose between 1 and 2. I think maybe 1 just because there's an incredibly visceral quality to the guns. Maybe it's just because they're all incredibly loud, but it's just it's a really good thing when you can say in an FPS every single gun feels great to shoot. That's you need the impact from the weapons. On top of that, it's got implicit storytelling. Well, maybe not implicit storytelling, but it's not super expositional. I don't know if that's a word. It tells the story without shoving it down your throat. You're science man. You have gun now. Shoot gun. That's basically the story in so many words. And then it starts to develop, and just the whole package. It's got some fantastic music. It's got great feeling guns. It had some very good character design as well. Enemy design. You got your head crab zombies, and it's as far as hard sci-fi goes, it's up there. Oh, okay, I guess it goes strictly into fantasy at the end there, but what can I say? It's Half-Life,
Speaking of Half-Life, I really don't remember much about the soundtrack for that.
I can say, okay, the first time that I played Half-Life 1, I was actually playing a cracked version, FBI, get at me. I was playing a cracked version, and I don't think that it had any of the music in, but playing it on the Steam version the second time through, or okay, not the second time through, but in recent years playing it through, there is actually a soundtrack. Like there's there's the classic Valve thing when you get the HEV suit, and there's some situational music thrown in during action scenes. There's a really great track, I think it's just called Industrial Rock or something like that, that's happening during a really big battle scene towards the fourth quarter of the game. Not in Zen, but a little bit before it. It's just, it does have a decent soundtrack. I can say that.
All right. Yeah, it's a solid choice right there. Not gonna lie about that.
I should think so. I'm not a huge FPS head, if you want to call it that, but it's Half-Life. It is iconic.
It is very iconic. Speaking of which, do you think we're ever going to get Half-Life 3? And do you think it's going to live up to the hype?
I waited 12 years for this. I don't remember how many years it was. No, I don't. Yeah, with what was his name, Mark Laidlaw, I believe. With Laidlaw, like outlining what he would have done for Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 and what have you, and that was kind of bringing a close to this whole saga of, what the hell is Valve doing? Yeah, I think that that's pretty much the final nail in the coffin. But you never know. We live in strange times.
Yeah. I think Valve just can't count to 3.
Yeah, that may just be it. They keep doing spin-offs. They did that Portal Bridge Constructor thing.
They didn't make that.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's a fan-made game.
Well, it is a fan-made game, but they did license it. They have the actual voice actor for GLaDOS in there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently there's it's officially licensed.
Cool.
But enough about how Valve is number scared. What is your favorite FPS, Mr. Spitzer?
My favorite FPS, well, going back, I'd have to say Call of Duty 4.
Call of Duty, that's another solid choice. I don't think I've ever beaten Call of Duty 4. I know. I know how good it is though from playing all of Modern Warfare 2, all that crap. I know how good it is.
Yeah, well, my reasoning for Call of Duty 4, it's one of the first Call of Duties I actually got in depth into, and it's just the story's solid. It's like what would happen if World War II happened or World War III happened with today's technology? Mm-hmm. And the multiplayer was one of the most fun I've ever had in playing and everything.
Very soft multiplayer.
It was. I accidentally stole a buddy of mine copies. I said I'd borrow it, then he moved away, and I could never get back to him.
Ah, shit. Yeah, it happens.
And also like it spawned how Call of Duty is now.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
Yeah, my most favorite before I played Call of Duty 4 was World at War.
Oh yeah.
And then when I got to Call of Duty 4, I was like,
yeah, it's,
new guns, doing stuff.
I honestly don't know. Like, Call of Duty 4 is it's definitely one of the best FPSs out there. I don't know if it's one of the best games out there. This is just coming from me, as again somebody who's not incredibly into the genre itself. I just like good games. But yeah, it is an incredibly solid title. There's so much polish, and it's a standout of the genre. God, I want to go play Call of Duty 4 now.
Yeah.
All right. So we got anything else, or we can move on to the next genre?
I don't have anything else more to say about Call of Duty 4, although the remastered version, how they sort of like shoved it down, you had to like buy the newest one, but whatever it was, completely forgot which one it was, before you could actually get Call of Duty 4 remastered, which I never went and got that because I didn't want to buy that one game, whichever one it was. I can't remember what it was.
You're saying that there was like you had to buy another game before you could get remastered? Like, was it part of a package deal?
Yes. Technically, yes.
Huh. I didn't actually know about that.
Yeah, I think they changed that now, but like when it first was announced that Call of Duty 4 was going to be remastered, you had to buy it with whatever. I can't think of what's called. Black Ops
3 or whatever.
No, it's after Black Ops 3.
After Black Ops 3. I have no idea where we are in that chronology right now.
Yeah. But basically, you did have to buy it, and it sucked.
All right.
Okay, but anyway, next genre is fighting. What's your best fighting game? Which game do you want to sit down and beat the crap out of your friends in?
Virtua Fighter 2.
Virtual Fighter. I don't think I've heard of that.
Okay, well, you haven't played anything from the series?
No.
Okay. I don't have a lot of background on it. Let's see. VF5, I think, is the most recent one. It's I think it is the first one, the first fighting game that popularized the like 6-point movement or whatever it was for Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur, by the way, that's a close second. But I had Virtua Fighter 2 for the PC. I believe it was originally on the PS2 or PS1, one of those. Probably on a Sega thing. But it's a
Sega
very
Saturn is the first one.
Sega Saturn?
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. It's it is a deceptively complex game. It's a game that anyone can go in and work on, play, but it rewards a lot of technicality. There are some moves that I still don't know how to do. For an example, the world champion of the Virtua Fighter 5 thing or whatever, he came in one time to, I think, a Street Fighter V tournament and just won like that. Apparently, to be a master of Virtua Fighter is a level above Street Fighter V. I don't want to start a war here between fighting game communities because we all know that there's some thuggery there. But yeah, it's all in all just an extremely fun game. And it might be just because I had it when I was growing up and there's some nostalgia there. But yeah, I just love to get my hands on VF2 every once in a while. Yourself?
It's hard. It's a hard one. I've played quite a bit of fighting games. I'm not that good at them, but I played quite a bit. The one I was originally going to choose, but I decided to put that into a different genre, which I just added to the list. But I would say Soul Calibur 4.
Soul Calibur 4.
Yeah. It has Link in it. That's why.
That's the one. Okay. Yeah, and Yoda, right?
That's Soul Calibur 5.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 5 had Yoda and Darth Vader in it, and all that, and Ezio.
Okay.
Yeah, Soul Calibur 4. I had so much fun beating the crap out of and getting my ass kicked by a lot of my friends with that. Like, I first played that when I was in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's old. Dang, that's old, isn't it?
4?
It feels like it's old. Old.
Are you sure you're not talking about 3? I mean, I'm sure that you know more on this subject because you're the person who has the memories on it, but
I am almost positive it is 4 that has. Oh, I was wrong. It's 3.
Okay.
Soul Calibur 4 had Yoda and Darth Vader. Wait, when did Soul Calibur 5 come out? I'm confused.
All right.
Okay, anyway. Sorry. Rewind. Soul Calibur 3 is like my favorite fighting game. You know, it has Link in it and everything. It's just awesome.
All right. Seamless, without a hitch.
I mean, I could edit it down and just like completely cut that part out.
Yep, it's gone. You didn't hear anything.
But I'm not gonna do that. I'll own up to my mistakes.
All right. I actually only ever played Soul Calibur 5. Well, okay, I have a lot of arcade experience with 1 and 2, but Soul Calibur 5 is a game that I can just sit down and veg on. I spend so much time in that character creator and
He made dicks.
draw some dicks.
Oh, yeah,
End
Soul
of the
Calibur
day.
5 had Ezio. Okay.
End of the day, sit down, drink a couple beers, draw some dicks on Street Fighter. Soul Calibur, Virtua Fighter. Yeah, draw some dicks on some Soul Calibur characters. It has a regrettably short story mode, but I found myself playing that a couple times through, and
It was short.
terrible. I am terrible at online. Like I can sit down and play against some of my friends, but I will get fucking drowned in the amount of talent that is actually online with fighting games. So the couple times that I went on, I did have fun, mostly just seeing what other people had made. But yeah, that's a scary place. I can't go online
There are
anymore.
two profiles for online fighters. Either 1, you're a newbie, or 2, you're a freaking pro.
Yeah.
There's like no way to circumvent that at all.
You're a man or you're God, no in between.
Exactly. But anyway, what I liked about Soul Calibur 3 was, well, mostly because I was one of the first Soul Caliburs I was introduced to. I think I played 1 or 2 like at an arcade, like at a roller rink one time, but not as in depth as I played Soul Calibur 3. I also had one of my favorite people in it, Link.
Oh yeah.
And it just, and also how the story mode progressed. You can go through different areas, and you can unlock different weapons.
Oh, I never actually. Yes, because I only played the story mode for 5. Was it more like a quest kind of?
Yes.
Like Mortal Kombat's Conquest, sort of.
You're talking about Mortal Kombat. I don't play Mortal Kombat that much.
Oh well, okay. Yeah, I mean, when we talk about Conquest, from what I understand, we're going back to some dark times in Mortal Kombat's history. So let's just smooth that over. Didn't happen. Fuck you, Ed Boon. Moving on. Do we want to switch to? Do you have anything else to say? Go to the next genre.
I don't really have anything else to say about Soul Calibur 3. It's just a fun game to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next genre, RPG. Give me your best RPG, and not the rocket propelled grenade. Give me an actual
Yeah.
RPG game, role playing game.
All right. I would say Chrono Trigger, but that's my favorite game of all time, and I feel like it's not fair. Also, we're getting back to JRPGs. Maybe that should be.
You'd probably outwin me in that one. Although, pretty much all RPG games I've mostly played is Final Fantasy.
Okay, well, fair enough. But I think that I'm probably going to have to say Mass Effect 2 for that one. I know that Mass Effect 2 is a shooter with RPG elements when you really get down to it, but early BioWare, once you get into the meat and potatoes of early BioWare, there is some truly exceptional stuff in there. The art assets, the music, the voice acting, the story, characters. Mass Effect 2 is just so good. It's I mean, what did everyone give it? Like a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 just because, at the end you fight a giant Terminator instead of an actual Reaper?
I never actually finished Mass Effect 2. I got pretty far in the story. I got through the suicide mission, but I didn't actually finish the last part of it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you fight a baby Reaper mixed with a person, and it looks like a giant Terminator with a robot eye. It's not what people were expecting when the entire series is about the Reapers, but, it is what it is. Either way, the rest of the game is just stellar.
Oh, bang, okay.
Oh, bang, okay.
I know that's Mass Effect. Mass Effect 3, isn't it? What do you say?
Oh, God, I have no idea. I never even played 3. Together, we are almost a complete person.
Almost.
Yep.
Just gotta do the fusion dance. We'll be fine. For half an hour.
Yeah, I just hope we don't end up like Veku.
But my favorite RPG, that's a hard one. I also have to go with my good old tried and true Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Is that Titus.
Okay, I was going to say Titus.
It's the one that I played the most out of all of them. I'm still going back and replaying them and everything. But it's just mostly because it's my first RPG game that I actually played it. And everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess most of this list is going to be heavily based not on, hard won research, but on nostalgia. That is okay. It's ours, not yours.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
so yeah, what's what do you have on that?
Well, back in PS2 era, it was mind-boggling how awesome it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, nowadays we have like 4K graphics and it's just like, it looks good. And you go back and like look at the older games, you're like, wow.
Yeah. No, I think PS2 is a good aesthetic anyway. Like you can get into how it looks. Some of the, super realistic PS6 graphic bullshit that you get into. I mean, some of it is genuinely really good looking. Some of it feels like you get into some Uncanny Valley stuff. But yeah, you go back to PS2 era, GameCube era, and you can really, look at this. This is a video game. I like it.
Yeah. On the topic of PS2 and GameCube, the reason why people think the GameCube looks better is because it had per pixel shading on it, or different
Really?
shades. Yeah, that's why the GameCube always looks better than PS2 in certain things.
You can't see it, but I'm like making that face, like, oh, really? Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, little thing I learned.
Surprised face. Anywho, so I'm just gonna gloss right over the part where I talk about Titus's laugh, and let's go on to the next genre. Sorry.
Well, that just peaked the audio there.
Yeah, we can cut that out.
Let's normalize it. It'll be fine. Okay. Platformer game. That's a hard one for me, so I'll let you take the reins on this one for right now.
Oh boy. For platformer, I guess it counts as a platformer. I'm going to have to say Cave Story.
Of course.
Yeah.
You really like those 2D type games, don't you?
I do have some love for that type of I guess it's not 16-bit, Oh, well, bit refers to color. Oh god, I just need to fix my brain right here. Let me just screwdriver. There we go. Yeah, I'm really into the old pixel art style, not just because it looks the way it is, but because it seems like so many of them make up for an art style. They make up for the 2D-ness by, having an actual good story or... Okay, here's where I'm going with this. It seems like if you're not just looking at shovelware crap on Steam, because that sort of aesthetic has been picked up and turned into, oh, look at this, it's 2D pixel graphics, I have to play it. Back in the days when indie gaming was a little bit, more indie, and you had producers like Pixel, who made Cave Story, and Phil Fish before he went completely fucking nuts. Those games were just made with love. So yeah, I mean, I do have some love for indie games. I guess I'm kind of living in the past with that, but Cave Story, man, it's good.
Oh, platformer. I don't really know very many platformers. I'll go Super Mario Bros. 2, I guess.
Super Mario 2 is a solid choice.
It's one of the ones I can only think of right now because I don't play platformer games that much.
Well, did you play any of the Donkey Kong Country series?
I did not. See,
Okay.
That's how hermity I am right now.
That's all right. Not everybody can play every single game out there. I mean, it does sometimes help when you're doing a gaming podcast, but we'll stumble through it.
Exactly, we will. But I did tell you. You provide the list. I'll give you an answer. It might not be that good of an answer, but I'll still give you an answer.
Yeah. No, I did like oh god, what did you just say? Super Mario Brothers 2. I did like Super Mario Brothers 2 a lot. I liked. I mean, I know that it was sort of just building off of Doki Doki Panic, but going down into pots and picking up keys, and the fact that it was just so. It took an IP that was already pretty weird and fantastical. A plumber going after a dragon to save a princess. Turtle, dragon, I don't know what Bowser is. Let's go with Turtle. To save a princess, and he uses magic mushrooms and has fire flowers, and it's really a very strange and original concept. But then you took all of that, and then you mix in Doki Doki Panic, and you get something that's really, really, really out there. And I really, I admire them for that. And Nintendo seems to be able to keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah.
And on the subject of Peach and Bowser, you don't get kidnapped that many times without having an ulterior motive.
What if she's just really stupid?
That could work.
All right. Yeah, I know.
She doesn't seem that smart.
I'm not gonna go down that path.
Or maybe she should actually get some actual guards instead of having just toads around.
Yeah.
Or relying on the person who fixes the pipes.
Man, the Mushroom Kingdom doesn't work right.
They really don't. I think Mario should just give up on her and just go for like Paulina. But that's a different story.
Indeed it is. All right, so what do we got next?
Horror. What makes you shit bricks?
Oh boy. Shitting bricks. Well, let me rack my brain here because I'm not that much into the horror genre as far as actually scaring the shit out of me goes. I couldn't play Five Nights at Freddy's when it was a big thing because looking at videos of it, I was like, could I play this if I wanted to? What's downloaded? I can't open the main menu. All right, I'm just going to run away and piss a little bit, and then I'll talk to you guys in a week. That's... No, I like the ones that get under your skin more because, like, really, it's not exactly that I have a weak will or anything, or that I'm easily scared. It's just like I don't want to put myself through that extra stress.
On Five Nights at Freddy's, I just disliked it. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not a good enough story. Oh yeah, you're sitting here. Ooh, that's loud. It's not like it's like stopping or like it's not stopping. I don't even know where I was going with that anymore because the stupid freaking watch had a beep. But anyway, it's just not a good storyline. You're a security guard. After you get jump scared once, you're like, okay, you're gonna expect it. Like, okay, it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be scared about it anymore.
Yeah.
Although, and it still gets me to jump every single time, but it's just not scary. It's just jump scares. They're cheap tactics to make horror games scarier.
I mean, I do appreciate the first one because it abuses the hell out of that. It's a game where you do nothing and then get jump scared. And while it sounds a little iffy on paper, it's very effective. Now, I'm not exactly going to be saying that after 6 more titles.
He tried to make it different, but it's generally the same exact formula.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, I'm sure that he wanted to move on to other stuff, but it gained such a big and very strange fandom. But I mean,
very strange.
Not to be insulting, a lot of fandoms are strange.
Very, actually, true.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go there though. I'm gonna get more death threats for him and for me. Even more. But yeah, if I actually had to choose
all 15 people who will watch this.
Indeed. If I actually had to choose a favorite horror game, I think I would have to give it to Dead Space 1.
Solid choice.
I know that it could be classified as some other things. It is mostly horror. I mean, okay, the gameplay. Let's forget about that. The reason why I'm choosing Dead Space 1 and not Dead Space 2 or something else is because Dead Space 1, while it is extremely stressful and does also have a decent amount of jump scares, it also has this extremely pervasive sense of desperation and nihilism. Once you start to get further into the story and people are dying all around you, that poor black dude who gets smushed into mush by the, I forget what his name is, the big crab looking dude, Juggernaut, the big one, you know. It's it kind of reminds me of The Thing. I mean, obviously there's a lot less people. Oh no, people aren't who I think they are. But at the end of The Thing, there's a similar sense of nihilism where everything is destroyed. Just everything is positively fucked 6 ways from Sunday. And once you start getting to the end of Dead Space, there's a similar sense because you have everyone around you is dead. You're not aware that you're going nuts, but you have only one way out, and it's you just have to fight for it. Get to the end, but at the same time you start to feel like it doesn't matter as much because you have all this destruction and death, but B, I feel like I'm going completely off with this, but yeah, no, it's just to restate, it is it's a great game for jump scares and for the stress and the action and all that, but it also just really cements you with all of its grime and grayness, and it gets you depressed, but in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see where you're going with that.
Yeah. It was a little roundabout, but that's my feelings on Dead Space 1, and I just love that fucking... The game just pounds you into the dirt with theming and all the good stuff.
I feel bad for Isaac whenever he dies, too.
Oh, yeah, you get killed by that one boss in the big tube. I remember one time, this stuck out for me for some reason, I got killed by the big thing, and it was just a standard, gib, not any special death animation, but it was just a foot left. It was like, oh, there he is. There's our boy.
My least favorite death is the ones that will rip your head off and take over your body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and they look at the camera, don't they?
Exactly. It's just like, oh, fourth wall break, run away.
Yep. This is gonna happen to you.
Yeah, Isaac really gets fucked up.
Yeah. He ends up not an entirely broken man, but he ends up getting a little bit pathetic and getting that crazy veteran beard by the start of 3 because he's completely he's homeless, isn't he? Or he lives in a slum on Earth.
I never actually played 3. I only played 1 and 2.
It wasn't that great, but it is a fun shooter.
Okay. But my favorite horror game, that's a hard one. I'm not big on the horror game franchise, but I still enjoy them to an extent. I would say Final Fantasy. Not Final Fantasy. I want to think Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy X. Ah! Okay.
No,
The true horror. Yeah.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil. There we go.
Because you're put into a mansion. All you know is that, oh yeah, there are dogs attacking us. Let's go investigate. Sounds. What's this? Oh, it's a zombie and the slow head turn, and you're like, oh gosh, what are we gonna do?
Yeah. And one of the greatest jump scares of all time, the dogs in the window. Is that before or after the actual zombie reveal?
That's after. It's
After? Okay.
after you head back to the main room, and then you go to the hallway to the right.
All right, and you go through that same room like 5 times, and it happens way in there, and that's why it catches you off guard. Game design.
I think it only happens like the second time you go through there, actually.
Oh, okay, but it is like it happens not the first time you go through, so it makes it more unexpected. Whatever.
I think the liquor jump scare through in Resident Evil 2 was more of a jump scare for me.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about booze.
All you do is look at them, and they'll just look away because they're shy. But yeah, Resident Evil, just because it's a clunky game to begin with too.
Mm-hmm. Tank controls.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to fight zombies, and later on the hunters. It just taxes you because you're like, oh gosh, I'm like on caution, like almost on danger. I had to find healing items. Oh no, now I'm poisoned. What the hell?
Yeah, you could say that it adds an element to the the stress and whatever the whole package, but not an amazing fan of tank controls myself.
Yeah, and speaking of that, the final boss fight is just annoyingly dumb. Also, Resident Evil is just unforgiving too.
Oh yeah.
If you like waste all your ammo, you're not gonna find more ammo.
Yeah.
You have to find the ammo and like be very conservative of it, because if you get to the final boss fight, you have to figure out how you're gonna run away from the guy. The what's the Nemesis guy? Without using any ammo, you're screwed.
Yeah, that was what back when survival horror was survival horror.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. What do we got?
Action adventure. I want to see where you go with this because I'm trying to decide what's action adventure and what's not in my mind. So, take it away.
I also need to do that.
I can take the reins on this one then first.
All right.
Action adventure. I would have to say The Witcher 3.
Witcher 3?
Yeah. You get a nice little mix between adventure. You gotta find Ciri, and you have to make sure you don't die. Or not that. You have to make obviously that, because the enemies are unforgiving in that game too.
Yeah. Is that harder or easier than Witcher 2?
I'd probably say, I don't know, because I never played Witcher 2.
Okay.
I think I played the opening, basically the very beginning of it, and that's it.
All right. We're a couple of fucking plebes. Get used to it.
Exactly. But yeah, Witcher 3, I was first introduced into it when my ex played it, and she let me play it a bit too. And then I got into it myself and everything. And it's fun. You don't have to focus on the main storyline. You can do crap ton of other stuff. You want to play Gwent? Go play Gwent for ever.
Yeah, Gwent. I
don't understand how to play it.
I wouldn't be able to tell you that, but
it's just like Caravan and Fallout New Vegas. I still don't understand how to play it.
I am just, even though I don't know how to play it, I don't even know how to play Caravan. I am super happy with the fact that it came out as its own game. That just feels, that's so wholesome. That fills my heart with joy. I love it.
Yeah. Most people for this category, they probably pick Skyrim.
Yeah.
I mean, considering you play it on a toaster now, pretty much. It's released it's released everywhere. But I think The Witcher 3 is a lot better. The map's a lot bigger than Skyrim's. It has a lot more stuff to do. You can go hunt monsters for ever. You can help people out. And you can fail some certain quests too, and have to find the alternate way.
That's always nice. Yeah, the being able to actually fail quests and then getting a new one to go and fix your fuck up is certainly better than radiant storytelling. Is that what it was called? Radiant AI.
I don't know where you're going with that.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Skyrim's Radiant AI, where
Oh, yeah.
you would get like randomly generated quests that just amount to a fetch or go kill this bandit guy.
Another settlement needs your help. We mark it on your map.
Oh god.
That's a
Yeah.
very good example of that.
Yeah. No.
In regards to that, I would just like back away from Preston after I turned in the last quest, so he couldn't talk to me, so he couldn't finish talking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, continue on.
No, just give me a second, Preston. Just give me a second. I gotta microwave something.
Just run away. Run away.
I gotta return some videotapes.
Holodiscs. Holodiscs. Get it right.
Yeah.
Plebeian.
All right. So, where were we? Action adventure. I think for me it was going to have to be Metal Gear Solid 2. That counts as an action adventure, right?
It's stretching it a bit.
What would you consider it, like genre-wise?
Tactical espionage action.
I knew you were going to say that. Damn it! I painted myself into a corner. Oh shit. I'm gonna stick with it. I mean, I'm sure that I don't need to say that much about MGS1, but just I feel like
what was that noise?
They got pineapples and 5.56ers. I feel like I came into that series late, because it's been what, 3 years ago when I started it. I started it when I was 18 or 19, having not actually had any experience apart from getting my hands on 2 once. And I missed so much. Like, I wasn't ready even for the first one. The storytelling style, like the fucking hour-long cutscenes, and the quirkiness with which the entire thing is presented to you. I'm falling in love with Hideo Kojima. I know that that's not exactly a new thing to say for anyone out there, but I am falling in love with Hideo Kojima. The man is a genius.
He should be making movies.
He should.
He should.
I mean, he pretty much did with how long was that Death Stranding trailer where
it's like 11 minutes long.
Yeah, where Norman Reedus has a baby in his stomach. I'm not even gonna go into that thing.
I'm just completely confused as to what's gonna happen with it.
I don't know.
Like, that's how you do a trailer right. You don't reveal everything to everyone. Like, as soon as you want to build suspense. You want to build not suspense. You want to build like whatever the word is. Hype. It's the short words that I always forget.
Yeah. It's
you want to build hype for a game, and I'm really hyped for whatever the game's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah. No, it's up there. It's up there on my to watch list. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to even play it, but I am fucking chomping at the bit to see anything new about that. Any hot leaks, I need it. Give it to me, Daddy Kojima. I need it.
He needs it. We all need it.
Oh boy. All right. Moving on.
Okay, moving on. Racing. Give me your best racing game.
Oh boy.
And are you making left turns?
I am actually a little bit split on this, and I didn't think that I would be. But I think that I'm going to have to say Mario Kart Double Dash. Now, it's been a while. It has been a while since I've actually had my hands on that, but
I actually have it right over there.
Oh, I believe you. Was it that one or the one for the GameCube that had the Rainbow Road with no boundaries?
I don't think there was Rainbow Road in Double Dash.
Oh, no. Well, either way, just
was there? Now I'm gonna be thinking about that now.
That extra little bit of gameplay depth to a game that's already completely rock solid. I feel like the stuff that was added in Double Dash was a welcome addition. Like, I really liked the whole Switch thing and the fact that you could have 2 people in one car. It was just like, okay, maybe it's not actually the best one in the series, but
it isn't. Never mind, it isn't. Remember, it is in there. Okay.
Yeah.
I never got to it.
Maybe it's not the best one in the series. It, again, is probably just the one with which I have the most experience. But, yeah, Double Dash. There are a lot of fantastic racing games out there. I love Trackmania. I love some of the F-Zero series, but it all keeps coming back to that fucking blue shell. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy, I'm in first place. I'm gonna win this. Wait, what's that?
No.
No. And you get spammed by like all the other power ups too, like
Yeah, and lightning.
lightning, get inked with by Boo. Red shell, red shell, red shell.
Yeah. Fun times.
Uh,
So for you?
My favorite racing game, Need for Speed Underground.
Need for Speed Underground, really?
Yeah. I played the crap out of that on GameCube when I was younger. I maybe didn't really realize how to play it, but I just had fun playing it.
Fair enough. Cool cars.
Cool cars, you go fast. You can crash into stuff and not have to worry about anything.
Yep.
And you can also, upgrade your car, sell it, buy stuff, do different types of races, become the street king.
Yeah. I never did play any of those that were about, being king of the streets. I played Driver 1 a lot, which I did eventually play through the story mode one time. I mean, I guess it was called mission mode or something because it wasn't really about there wasn't really any story. I mean, there was kind of a story about your rise to power, but really it's just a whole bunch of missions. Some of them involve robberies that you're not a part of. A lot of them involve running away from the cops, and finally you save some president's life at the end with no context whatsoever. Either way, I played through the story mode once, but the real star of Driver 1 are the cheats. You got freight train mode, you got cop freight train mode, you've got super handling where you can't control the fucking car, you've got top down mode where you can see outside of the level. It's just, if any of you guys need a little break and you want to see some fucking racing bloopers, go check that out. If you give, for a little bit of context, freight train, when you put it on yourself, it makes you have the force of a freight train. You plow through cars. They fly hundreds of feet up into the air. It's absolutely completely nuts. And then if you do it with if you put the cops on, because there are cops running around following you at every turn. If you put freight train on for the cops, then they smash cars out of their way on the way to get you. And if you don't have freight train on and they do, then you can get thrown hundreds of feet up in the air. If you both have it on, it's kind of like a battle of the gods where every civilian car is just getting smashed out of the way. It's tons of fun.
I don't think I've ever played the Driver series.
Well, Driver 1, while it looks not great and it plays okay, I can say that those cheats filled so many hours for me when I was growing up.
Back when you could actually put cheats on the game and not have to worry about, I'm not going to be able to get achievements now. Or trophies.
Or you have to pay for the cheats.
Oh, you want a big head mode? That's going to be $3.99.
Bitch.
Oh, you want cosmetics? $5. Put that shit in my hand.
Moving on, what do we got?
This one I added was party games.
Party games.
What's your favorite party game? And why is it Smash Bros. Melee?
That's a fighting game and you know it.
It's still a party game.
No, I know. Oh shit, I didn't think of that. I was actually going to say 100% orange juice because everybody else hates it. 100% orange juice is a heavy, like, little girl anime kind of thing, which is...
Isekai?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's just Mario Party. It's you have to get stars to reach goals, and then you can fight. There's a big fighting aspect, more so than most of the Mario Party stuff, and it's not. I guess the fighting is more the object and not the mini games. But yeah, it's just anime Mario Party, and all of my friends hate it because there's a lot of RNG involved, and you can never tell who's going to win. Frankly, I love it just because of the there is actually some strategy involved. There are cards, so you can fuck people over with your deck, and you can just Yeah, I guess it really is just alternative Mario Party, but recently that's been stuck in my head just because I can get away with playing it and making people mad. That's not even a thing that I like to do very often, but man, if it don't feel good, when it feel good. But yeah, so that was going to be my first choice, but then you said Melee and, took the wind out of me. Fucking Melee, I love it.
It's another game I have sitting over there on the shelf. I play.
Oh, of course. That's where it belongs. There should be one in every household. It's like a television.
That's how you should settle arguments. 1v1 me, Fox versus Fox on Final Destination.
No items.
No items.
Fox only.
May the best man win.
Good shit.
That's how we should settle all wars.
So I assume for you it's Melee as well.
No, it's really up there, but I have to go with Mario Party 7.
7. I did play 2 and 3, I think, but you would have a lot more history with that. And yeah, I know I do know that the thrill of victory, the sting of defeat with those.
I can fun with the final, if you leave on the bonuses at the end of the round, and the person who does horrible might actually get a whole bunch of stars and beat out. I love that. I pissed my friends off so many times with that.
You can ruin lives with that. It's very powerful.
No, don't you buy the star? No, don't you fucking no.
Steal it, taking it right out from under your nose.
Don't you pay that boot? Don't you pay that boot to steal a star? Don't you do it?
Look at your hands; they're empty. There's no star. You are poor. You are nothing. All right. I'm good.
It's also a fun game to take shots with.
Oh yeah.
Every time you lose a mini game, take a shot.
No, I believe it. Yeah, I need to think up some drinking games. I feel like I have enough routines. I should be able to do it, but really whatever. Moving on.
Miscellaneous games is the next title, but it's just basically favorite games and whatever. I'll go with a third-person shooter. What's your best third-person shooter that you've played?
Far and away, that's going to be Resident Evil 4. Far and away. I know that you can't move while you're shooting, but I don't care. It's just too good. There's all of the guns feel okay. Not all of the guns, but the guns that feel good to shoot feel great to shoot. You got you've got all the pretty reloading animations, the fantastic sound design. What more is there to say on RE4?
Except for Ashley. We're just not gonna talk about Ashley.
What now?
Ashley.
What about her?
I don't want to talk about her.
Oh.
How horrible it is to have an AI companion who's an idiot and you have to protect.
It's okay though, she can throw vases.
But only when you're controlling her, not when she's not out of there.
Imagine if she could actually throw vases anytime she wanted. Best companion.
Lanterns, not vases.
You're a vase.
Your vase is a vase.
Shit. You're right.
Be careful, Link might break it.
Oh no. Moving on. What is your favorite? What's your favorite third-person shooter?
You had to say Resident Evil 4 because I wasn't thinking about that, but I'll go back to my original choice, Gears of War.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's up there. That's definitely up there. Which one?
The first one.
First one?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. What about it stood out more to you than the other ones?
It was an interesting new idea, I think.
Okay.
You're big muscle-bound guys. Basically, you start off getting out of your cell.
All right.
And then you have a chainsaw on a machine gun.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can say that's.
You get to chainsaw people in half. Come on.
That's that. Even though that was all anything new about it for a while, I mean, it is a good, robust game. It has that cover system, which revolutionized third-person cover-based shooting. But yeah, gun on a chainsaw on a gun, however you want to put it. That's pretty important. That's up there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember back when I was a wee lad. Can't say wee, maybe 10 or 11 or 12 or whatnot. But I remember looking up freaking tutorials for changing a Nerf gun into the Lancer.
Yeah.
The Lancer is probably the most badass gun in video games.
Oh, I bet that I could fix you on that, but I don't have the mental capacity to right now because I just worked for time and money, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm at this current juncture. I'm not going to argue with it. It is quite a thing, the Lancer. All right.
Quite a thing.
Quite a thing.
Any genre that you can think of that you want to talk about next?
I don't know. What do you got on dating sims? You got any dating sims out there? And no, not H games.
Damn. So I can't talk about the meet and fuck games.
Oh God. I saw the
Newgrounds and Armor Games, whatever the heck it was.
What was the name of the? Yeah, Red Supre did a series on those. Fucking rancid.
The writing is top tier.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, it's up there. Good stuff. We should get liquored up and rape each other. Jesus Christ. That's how normal people talk. Yeah. Oh man. Somebody said it before in real life and meant it. I know it. Anywho, I was actually going to say, John Cena's Sexy Adventure. Have you played that?
No, but I can just imagine it.
It was back in the peak John Cena meme season, and nothing incredibly special about it, but man, did it have an impact on me. Oh man, that just like the audacity of it. And it was like every character was John Cena, and it's just a classic,
It was one of those games, okay.
Yeah, it's every character is like a single JPEG of John Cena with like stuff drawn on. And there's like a knight John Cena and a John Cena that's like a bully. And then there's, I think at the end, if you get the true ending, you get true John Cena, and he's like a shining angelic figure like he is in real life. Oh, boy.
In all honesty, though, for dating sims, I don't really play dating sims games.
I mean, neither do I, but...
I guess one I could say, but you said no H games, but I'd say Honey Pop.
I don't know what that is. Is that...
I'm surprised you don't know what that is.
Is that the
Bejeweled,
game...
pretty much, with girls.
Is that the game where in one of the change logs it said 800 plus new squeals or something like that?
I don't know. I don't...
Squeals and moans. God.
It's an actually challenging game.
I believe it. It's weird how it's weird how sometimes you see, fucking dangerous Japanese shit like that, and it's like, wait, there's a game here. I need to get into this.
I swear I'm playing it for the plot this time, not for other reasons.
This time. Oh boy. All right, so there we are with that. Anything else you want to talk about? Any other genres?
I can't think of any more genres to really have an impact or whatnot.
All right. What about hack and slash?
Ooh, hack and slash. There was one game. What was it? It was for the Wii, and that was what made it stood out.
Okay. And did you actually hack or slash?
The guy had a chainsaw attached to his arm. That would extend.
Mad World.
Yes. Mad
World. Yeah, I would. That wasn't exactly what I was thinking of hack and slash, but I will allow it. Mad World.
It was on the Wii, and that's what made it so like stand out. It's like a Wii is not this type of console, but
Oh yeah. Very not exactly on brand for Nintendo, but they went through with it. From what I hear,
also the multiplayer was fun too.
Oh yeah. From what I hear, it could have been more fluid. Like to get high scores, there's a lot of just, picking guys up, put them in the barrel, put them on the spikes, put them in the fire, and it almost becomes like factory work after a while. But the boss fights are fantastic. Again, this is something that I've never played. I've seen, but yeah, I have to say it's certainly an iconic title, if nothing else, and it has some great music actually.
That too.
Yeah. I didn't.
I
Yeah,
remember one boss fight. He basically spanked the girl.
Oh,
to
right,
death.
right. And then you spank her, and then she goes through a billboard or something.
Yeah.
I love the guy with the 2 guns, where you take them from him and shoot him until he just becomes a skeleton. That is classic. You can't get past that. It's so good.
Yeah, it's an awesome series. It's an awesome game.
Oh man! And then he was wasn't he in full? His name was Jack, right?
I believe it's Jack. Yeah.
Wasn't he in full color in Anarchy Reigns? That was the game, right? Or was it? There was like a third-person fighting game kind of thing called.
I can't think of it.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not a big fighter game person.
Really? I would not have thought that about you.
Why?
I don't know. Well, okay. It's because I've played like Soul Calibur, some Mortal Kombat just for the gore.
Fatality.
Yeah. And then Virtua Fighter, while you actually have experience with older Soul Calibur, and then you haven't played Virtua Fighter, but you've played some Street Fighter, I assume.
I've played Street Fighter. I played some Tekken
Street
as well.
Fighter and Tekken. Yeah, I wanted to get really into Tekken with friends, but I think that was another one that I couldn't run. But yeah, it's just because I have so little experience in that genre.
I don't have much experience. I'm good at button smashing and hopefully getting combos.
Yeah. No, that's what it's all about, yeah.
And I still can't go online because I get my ass handed to me every single time. But,
I don't want to talk about going online in that. Just like it's scary.
It is.
You get it's sad how easily you can get folded, and the guy just does it like it's nothing, like you're a speck of dust. He just pushes you aside like so many stacks of toy blocks. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Well, we're almost running a good amount of time here. I want to talk about some newer games that are coming out there, just really quick. Like,
All right.
Left Alive.
Left Alive. That's the.
It's the same art guy who did Metal Gear Solid. Yoji Shinkawa.
Okay. I know that I've heard the title, but you're gonna have to relate to me what this actually is.
I honestly don't know much about it either way. I just wanted to talk about it because it's the same exact guy who did do the artwork for Metal Gear Solid.
I mean, that's fair enough. Just
It's a Square Enix title.
it's
a
not.
shooter video game.
It's not the one. It's not the one that's kind of like Last of Us and has horde after horde of zombies, which you fight in a third-person environment. It's not that one?
No.
No. Okay. And I mean, when I say that describes a lot of video games, but I mean, it's it is a lot like Last of Us, except with you're fighting hordes.
Yeah, hordes. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I am excited to see pretty much anyone involved with Metal Gear go on to, I wouldn't say greater things, but other things. I like to see their work because, I mean, obviously you said he was Yoji Shinkawa?
Yeah.
He's a good artist. We all fucking know this.
Yeah. Okay, another one was Code Vein.
Code Vein. Oh boy.
It's probably going to be as hard as Dark Souls because it's based upon Dark Souls a bit.
Yeah.
They're not hiding it. They're actually saying, "Oh yes, we have inspiration from Dark Souls for it."
Yeah, no, I mean that's kind of a selling point at this point. I mean, Dark Souls has made quite a big splash. But yeah, Code Vein. When I look at Code Vein, I ask myself, I first ask myself, where are they going to go making an anime Dark Souls? And right after that, I think, do I want it? I mean, Dark Souls 3 gets pretty hard into some anime territory from what I understand. There's, you got your crazy, flashy weapon arts, and I mean, that in and of itself sounds inherently anime-y. Maybe I'm going off topic with this, but yeah.
Please, we all know we play Fashion Souls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. I need it. Gotta get that dingy set for maximum comfy. Yeah, I am excited about Code Vein. I will say that I'm excited about Code Vein, but I'm wary when it comes to things like this where it seems like it's just cashing in, and we've already had Neo, which was good, but didn't make a huge splash. I wonder if Code Vein is going to be worth the wait.
You never know. It might be worth it.
Well, yeah, I suppose that's all I have to say about Code Vein. What else we got in the new stuff?
Marvel Spider-Man.
Marvel Spider-Man looks good as hell. Isn't it Platinum that's making that?
No, what was it? Maybe it was Platinum.
Okay. So
that's the TV show.
Okay.
That's the only one I was looking for. Web. Exactly. Insomniac.
Insomniac. Now, what did Insomniac make?
Oh, they made a lot of games, actually.
Because I know that...
Spyro, Ratchet & Clank, Resistance.
Well, then. I suppose we should be excited about that. No, really all I have to go off of with that one is what I've seen from the trailer, but Spider-Man games have always had kind of a soft spot in my heart. I always played the PS1 port to the PC, which I thought was just a hell of a lot of fun. I didn't know about Mysterio until that, and I fucking love Mysterio. Yeah, but from what I've seen in just the trailer, I am very excited for it. It just looks like it is everything you'd want out of a Spider-Man game.
Yeah, it looks awesome. My only complaint is it looks like a lot of QuickTime events, but they said that it's not going to be based upon QuickTime events. It's going to be an open world fighter type thing.
Yeah. No, I mean I feel like I don't know if there'll be punch lasers exactly, but it feels like if they manage to get it in a way that's where it is basically based upon QuickTime events, but they're worked so seamlessly into the combat that it basically is just a facet of combat. I feel like it'll work really well. Yeah. Okay, maybe not QuickTime events, but just, when you... I guess I would say that. QuickTime events are not a fantastic thing, but if you really, really get them seamlessly into the gameplay, it becomes just another button press. And that's fine. Like, you wouldn't call it exactly a QuickTime event when you're just, shaking the stick to get out of the hold, right? Or would you?
I wouldn't call it that. More like a struggle event, but...
Yeah, so, I mean...
Or a button smashing event.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Well, just go back. Just think of it like RE4. It needs to, you just need to...
Oh, I hate those so much.
Really?
I hated them. Like the chase sequence where you have to run from the boulder. And,
okay, well that one was just hard as hell. But no, I always loved those because.
I mean, I'm not beating on QuickTime events. I do enjoy them. Like in Resident Evil 4, there were some like Knife Fight with Krauser.
Oh yeah,
one of them was awesome.
Yeah, but that was just that like at that point it's just an interactive story because if like it's not just the game stops. If I mean, obviously you die, but it's not like the game stops. You get to see Leon get fucking eviscerated. I don't know. I think that everything has its place.
True. No, can't think of anything else to really talk about much.
All right. Well, what about that new trailer for Soul Calibur 6? How you feel about that?
I didn't watch the new trailer. I didn't even know there was a new trailer out.
Watch it, man.
Okay, I'll watch it and I'll get back to you on that.
All right. We're going to fucking run off and watch the Soul Calibur 6 trailer.
So just after watching the Soul Calibur 6 trailer, I am ready. My body is ready.
Yeah. Apparently so is Keelix.
But yeah, that was worth it. That's gonna be awesome. But enough about that. I think we're gonna end it here, guys. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
If you enjoyed listening to us ramble, we're gonna be releasing these. Well, at least I'm gonna be releasing them on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to tune in then. And yeah, if you want to get in touch with Paul about anything, let me know. I'll forward everything to him. And yeah, enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next thing of what I make. Bye, guys.
Later.